I did Amazon, I did eBay, I did Shopify, I had brick and mortar businesses. Follow me right now. Is my main objective every day is to try to make money from the stock market. I'm on the road to 3 million. This episode, I'm not sure what it is, but there's just an intro. And right now you can see me break down videos on here on my YouTube. Look at the books, check everything out, and be in touch. Message me through here, Twitter. Get up with me. It's going to be a phone number and email, and we can talk about any subject, stocks, crypto, what we need to in business. Let's go.
Machine floor. It was ready to...
So just checking in on that overall market, yeah, with SPY. I mean, you see it tanking crazy. Right there in that video, we were up in the 550s, 560s. I was seeing that as a clear resistance. And then we just dropped. We just dropped right out of there. And for me, looking at longs and pennies, looking at longs, I mean, if you're in options in anything, you got to know the risk. And when that overall market's just tanking down, I mean, I took my risk off the table pretty much, right? So for SPY, that was on its way down. I stopped messing with it. And as I'm looking, coming into the week, I mean, all the penny stock plays, you had 2, 3 of them that outlied, but most of them, they just tanked, right? So for me, I'm going to always be cautious in those times, which I have been. We had MLGO, RSLS, a few of them that went, but I mean, so immediately I'm holding that risk and I'm holding that selling pressure. And unless I'm short, I'm gonna watch everything twice. With MLGO and it rigging so many short sellers, I mean, you got to be cautious. You've seen it go from 3 to 10, all the way to 20, 30, and this is what it does many times over. I mean, clearly, you can go back and see those former run-ins, them former plays with MLGO. It did the same thing. So on those days, I mean, technically, if you're going long MLGO, that should have probably been the only thing you were looking at. Everything else tanking, and even with MLGO, at that time, you got to be cautious because with that being the only thing running, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why shorts, they're going to keep piling and piling and piling. Coming in with the force, with the mindset of that everything has to drop. Which it eventually did 3 days later, but as you'll see, I mean, so many of them lost thousands and thousands, just like last time and the last time. And the stock does the same thing, but if you go against the grain, I mean, you know what's going to happen. So when they went for that, when they just kept shorting it, I mean, you'll see I post Twitter's tweets that people posted. And it's the same thing every time. That's why it's like the twilight zone, you trading in these stocks, because you'll start to notice and see they do the same thing. Then come a few months later, once the run, it does the same thing. MLGO, I pulled up the daily charts. It literally did the same thing. Literally, right? Different days, different numbers, but the same action. So if you go in there and you short it, what do you think is going to happen, right? Same thing on some of these longs, right? Where every day it goes up, and when it gaps, it just falls. It falls.
That machine floor. It was ready to pay off. And it deliberately broke down so it wouldn't have to. It's not even a machine, Flora. It's an entity. It's a thing with a mind and a will of its own. That monster, that thief.
So, to me, that's why I say
it took my last silver dollar, Flora. It stole my last silver dollar and broke down.
If you're not emotionally in check, you might lose 30,000. You might make 30,000. You might go back the next day and try to do the same thing and lose it all, right? So you have to have that composure and that steady hand, because sometimes it's just not there, right? Sometimes you see the weather is going to storm. You see all over your area is planning a storm. Days later, as I'm making this now, I went back and put MLGO back in, and it ran another 300%, 400%, right? From when I originally made that when I originally made that first video. Overall market still going down, everything's still looking bad, but those few outliers did it. But at the same time, I guess the most important thing is, depending on your stance, when you see what the weather is like in the forecast of the days, and a week later, I'm using that same rationale. And as you see, I mean, the SPY keeps tanking down. So I gotta be cautious with these long plays, right? Even with some shorts, I mean, you see the volatility's crazy. It's one of them things you gotta kind of more be there to see it. But I mean, clearly you can see that some of these, they're not gonna end up the way you want them to. Or they maybe will just later and you already got stopped out twice, right? So that's another issue. But I'm always looking to see that. I'm always seeing when we had that crazy up streak and everything was going up. The overall market was going up. All the plays were working. So obviously being more aggressive at that time made a lot more sense, right?